Ask the Messenger's TV show is a TV show that educates, informs, and entertains our viewers on public health issues such as mental illness, suicide, addiction, illness and disease, COVID-19 relief, crime, domestic violence, homelessness, human trafficking, employment opportunities, healthcare, and more. And now, Ask the Messengers.
Today on Ask the Messengers, we're talking about neighborhood block clubs with our guests from the Bray Street Block Club, President Veronica Armstead, and from the Heyden Park and Franklin Park, Secretary Gwendelyn Jones, and from the City of Detroit Department of Neighborhood, Deputy Director Errin Harris gives information about how to start a block club and how her department supports them. Plus, in our Doing Business in Detroit series featuring Jaylen Williams, owner of the JPW Tax Association, located at 15700 West 10 Mile Road, Suite 210 in Southfield, Michigan. Plus, March awareness featuring gambling awareness, and we continue to celebrate Women's History Month by honoring the contributions of women in history, and we share the story of the last queen of Hawaii, Queen Liliʻuokalani. Ask the Messengers begins now. All right, this is Tina Nelson for Ask the Messengers, and in this segment, we are going to talk about something that I remember growing up as a child, as a kid in the neighborhood. We had this thing called block clubs. Now, in today's society, you may not see them as much. You may still see signage that says such and such block club. But we're here today to let you know that block clubs still exist, they are still strong, and they are still as powerful as they used to be. And they have not gone anywhere. So today we're going to talk to two different block club members, and they're just going to share with us what is the block club and what does the block club mean to them. Now, who do I have here with me? Now, say your name and what block club do you represent? Tell them out there.
Hello, my name is Veronica Armstead, and I'm president of the Bray Street Block Club between Woodlock and Paul.
So explain, what does it take to get a block? Because somebody might want to know how to do that.
Well, I started out with just two people, and that's all it takes is two people to start a block club. You definitely have to register with the City of Detroit, your block club. And of course, they're going to ask you who your board members are. But if you have those two people starting right out, from that point, it grows, and you will find that most people in the community, within your block club boundaries, they start getting invested into the block club itself, and before you know it, it expands.
Nice. So what are some of the questions on the application? What are some of the things that they should prepare for before they even apply?
Well, definitely the boundaries that you want to set for your block club. Some block clubs are 8 blocks, some are 2, some are just 1 block. So you definitely have to think about your boundaries. And when you think about your boundaries, also think about the information that you're going to have to give out to the residents within those boundaries. Because as a block club member, as a block club on the board of a block club, what people are looking for in connecting together is being able to have information, to know some things about what's going on in the city. When is my garbage being picked up? Or is there going to be an increase on the taxes? Who is my city council person? What district do I live in? You'd be surprised how many residents don't know some of the simple information that we take for granted because we are involved.
My name is Gwendelyn Jones. I represent the Heyden Street Block Club and also the Franklin Park Community Association.
What are some of the values that you see with your block club associations? How do you feel that that's helped your neighborhood? And share that with the viewers out there for me.
Well, I've been retired now about 6 years, and at that time we decided to get together and form a block club, and we went around and knocked on doors and everything, and we said, we're starting a block club, and this is the president, this is the secretary, we want to invite you out. So they said, okay. Some of them just closed their doors, and some of them said, all right. So that's how we started. And it has been very successful. So we've painted our curbs. We've noticed we had a block club sign that was misspelled and it wasn't getting their leaves and things picked up. So we had to correct the spelling of the street. And then they didn't have any problem anymore. So, I'm getting the trash cans, but mostly it's bringing information to the neighbors about how they can solve their issues and problems. District 7, Fred Durhall, the councilman, he has opened up an office close by at the St. Suzanne Resource Center. So you can that brings the city closer to the customers. So there's a lot going on, and we want to get the residents involved, and it's just so important, to keep a block club because it helps maintain the neighborhood and keeps your, streets and everything. So it's just good to have.
All right, this is Tina Nelson for Ask the Messengers, and we're hanging out in the city of Detroit, and I am here to bring you some more information about some other resources and programs that take place right here in the city of Detroit that benefit the residents. And today I am so excited to have Errin Harris, who is the Deputy Director of the Department of Neighborhoods. Yeah. Errin, thank you so much for being here, and just kind of share with us who you are and what is it that you want the residents to understand about what your department provides them.
Yes. So our Department of Neighborhoods was created 10 years ago. This is in March is our 10-year anniversary. And so our job is basically to help fight blight. And so we work with residents on any blighted related issues. We work with residents to try and build block clubs to make a stronger community, neighborhood associations as well. And so my team, which is a team of 14, a district manager and a deputy manager in each district, they go out into the community. They talk with residents, visit their homes, address any of their issues. They also attend daily block club meetings, and in order to make sure to impact a large number of residents at one time, to give them information that's going on in the city, to inform them about different projects that the city is doing, if it's in their neighborhood, if it's across the main street, wherever it is in the neighborhood. As long as it's in their district, we want to inform them and give them information. So we do that on a daily basis.
Awesome. So somebody watching right now, how do they connect with your department, or are there satellite locations? What's the best way for someone like myself or anyone watching to get involved?
Sure. They can connect with our department by going online. We have our own website, Department of Neighborhoods, and on that website lists all the district managers that they can contact. If they do not know what district they're in, they can go to the webpage, the City of Detroit webpage, and put in their address, and it will tell them what district they're in, their council member's name. It will tell them information about garbage day and things like that.
We had a couple of young ladies on the show on this episode who are both block club members. One was a president, one is a secretary, and they kind of gave us a snapshot of how they go about their duties. But first of all, how do you start one? And what's involved with even organizing? How do you mobilize people to even want to do it?
Right. So there is an interest form online that we ask people to submit. It will go to the district managers. The district managers will call the resident. We will help the resident set up their first meeting. And that means getting flyers out. We will help them flyer the neighborhood, knock on doors, invite people to a meeting. And really, we're just looking for eager neighbors that want to make a change in their neighborhood. And so that's really all that it takes to become a block club. It is that simple.
Wow. So that's all it takes.
That's all it takes. We just need people who are interested in, doing better in their neighborhood. And we will come out. We will help you out with the meeting. We'll help you out with the agenda. And that's all we need to do.
So once the block club is established, what is the relationship with your department and the city once it's established Like once they establish it, is it up to the residents to keep it going? Of course it is.
Yeah.
But what is the partnership at that point with the city?
Yeah, so we will attend their monthly meetings. We will bring them resources to their meetings. We also have an initiative every year, Motor City Makeover.
Yeah.
And so that gives residents an opportunity to get bags, gloves. This year it will be trees and flowers, so they can beautify their neighborhood. And so, and it doesn't have to be just during May, which is when Motor City Makeover happens. It can be any time of the year. We will help them get resources because we want to be able to help them out. If they can take out the time to come together and work together, then the least we can do is get them resources.
Okay, so it's a continual partnership as long as that block club is in existence.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Now, one more question I do have. Once they establish the block club, does it stay forever? Do you have to do the application process over and over, or just that's it?
Yeah, so once you sign up to be a block club, you're always a block club. Only one time. Wow. Yes, just as long as you're registered with the Department of Neighborhoods, you absolutely are always a block club.
Awesome. That's good information. Thank you so much, Errin, for all that you do. We truly appreciate you. And this is Tina Nelson for Ask the Messengers, and we'll be right back.
I am at JPW Tax Association. Please tell our viewers your name and like how long you've been in business.
So my name is Jaylen Williams, and I've been in business for 5 years now.
5 years? That's a long time. And you have people, it's not just you, it's an association. You have people working with you. About how many employees do you have?
So right now, roughly 4 employees. I have 3 employees that work in office with us, so they have their own office, and then I have an employee who works remotely as well.
You've been in business 5 years, so that means you've had a lot of obstacles, right, with your business. Tell me a few obstacles or milestones you've had to overcome just doing something like, and this looks like a great production here. I mean, the aesthetics, everything is so beautiful.
Thank you so much. I guess some of the obstacles I've overcome, maybe as far as even moving from a smaller suite to a bigger suite, having to overcome dealing with clientele. You know, whenever you're dealing with people and finances, it's always a sticky situation. So I've overcome a lot of those different obstacles, you know, being a Black man and doing this all on my own. I don't use business loans or credit or anything. So I do this all out of pocket, just what I can do.
It's just you believing in your dream.
Yeah.
Now, what made you, I honestly want to know, what made you actually get into this business?
So years ago, my spouse came to me and brought the idea of taking a tax class, which somebody had brought the idea. So we took the tax class, and ever since then, I just skyrocketed. I kept going. My first year doing taxes, I brought the company that I was with like $40-something thousand, and I was like, this is a lucrative business. Like, maybe I need to look more into it. So I educated myself more and dove more into it, and I'm here now.
What do you say about the people sitting at home and maybe it's later, they are procrastinating, they're saying, you know what, I never get back a refund anyway. What's the point of me going? What would you like to say to those kind of folks? Well, I'm one of those people.
So the thing is, you always want to file. If you got income and you expect the income to come in, especially more than $300, you always want to file. So the way that it goes, any income that we earned, if it's not a gift or charity, that's taxable income. So the income that comes in that's taxable, we need to file taxes on it. If we're not filing our taxes, then technically you're withholding your income from the IRS, which is illegal.
You're telling folks to be legal. Okay, if somebody wants to start a business like yours, what type of advice would you like to give them?
I think that the best thing to do is to take your time, be patient, really dig into the education of the business. You want to know what you're talking about. You want to know how to be able to speak to people and how to make them feel assured that you are the person that they can come to and get this professional advice from, because it's such a serious situation, a serious industry. Education-wise, I think you should take classes. Further your education, I think that you should financially plan. Make sure this is something that you could take care of throughout the entire year, being that it is a seasonal industry. Find ways to make it year-round.
Oh, wait, it's not just seasonal, because, you know, people file that extension quite often. I told you about myself, right?
Yeah, so it's technically seen as a seasonal industry. However, I do work all year round. I do people who have prior years that they want to file, like, oh, I didn't, like you said, I haven't filed my taxes because I don't usually get a refund, and they come to me, I help them out. I specialize in helping people to try to at least eliminate some of their debt, if not clear it out completely. So that is the goal here, is to get us all accommodated, get us all on the same path when it comes to financial literacy, to help us to spread that and be able to understand the tax situation as it is.
He's going to give you financial literacy, folks. I mean, you can't beat that. Tell people where to find you, your hours, kind of like how do I get you to file my taxes?
Okay, so we are located in Southfield, Michigan. It's 15700 West 10 Mile Road and Suite 210. We are open Monday through Friday. We're open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. We do accept appointments on the weekends as well.
Wow. All week long, everybody. So Jay, you heard that right. I want the tea. What's the largest refund you kind of got somebody back? Can you think just
the largest refund that I've ever gotten somebody, obviously I won't say names, but it was a doctor and a nurse practitioner. They were a couple, and their refund was about $25,000.
Oh, let me tell you. What about an average person? I'm coming to you. Maybe I don't normally get a refund. You kind of help those folks too. I heard about you from somebody's personal. So the largest refund you can kind of think about? I know that's hard because you work with a lot of people.
About $14,000.
Everybody, that just made me get on the good foot. You better holler at Mr. J here at the JPW Tax Association right here in Southfield.
Research shows that online gamers are at higher risk to become problem gamblers.
I'm the gold.
Make sure the young people in your life don't level up their gaming to a gambling problem. Learn the signs.
Over 80% of American adults gamble on a yearly basis. 3 to 5 gamblers out of every 100 struggle with a gambling problem. As many as 750,000 young people ages 14 to 21 have gambling addictions. If you need help or know someone with a gambling problem,
call the Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-270-7117.
Celebrating Women's History Month.
In the rich tapestry of Hawaiian history, one figure stands out as a beacon of strength and resilience: Queen Liliʻuokalani, the last reigning monarch of the Kingdom of Hawaii. Born in 1838, Queen Liliʻuokalani ascended to the throne in 1891, facing immense political turmoil and the looming threat of annexation by the United States. Despite these challenges, Queen Liliʻuokalani was a compassionate and charitable leader. She established numerous charitable organizations to support the Hawaiian people, including the Queen's Hospital, several orphanages, and a maternity home. Queen Liliʻuokalani's reign was tragically short-lived, as Hawaii was annexed by the United States in 1898. However, her legacy as a woman of courage, compassion, and resilience lived on. She is remembered not only as a queen, but also as a trailblazer for women's rights and the symbol of Hawaiian sovereignty. As we celebrate women's history, let us remember Queen Liliʻuokalani and the many contributions she made to Hawaiian society and to the world.
Ida B. Wells was an African-American investigative journalist, educator, and an early leader in the civil rights movement. She was one of the founders of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. She arguably became the most famous Black woman in America during a life that was centered on combating prejudice and violence. She also fought for equality for African Americans, especially women.
Ida B. Wells, she sort of like embodies everything that the suffrage movement was about, everything that rights for women and specifically about Black women were about. I mean, this is a woman who came from adversity. She lost her parents at a young age. She helped raise her siblings, but she was able to get herself educated and to make a big impact on the rights for not just Black women, but women in general and for Black people in general.
22 women that did something a long time ago that were college students at the time are founders of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, of which I am a member, a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Those 22 women were college students, young women at the time, who saw the importance of the right to vote. So their first act of public service when they became an organization was marching in the Women's Suffrage March. Yes, they had to march in the back, but they were there, they were present, they were college students. And that took extreme bravery and extreme forethought, and for them to be, in their teens and 20s and leading in that way, and leading the way for hundreds of thousands of women that are a part of the sorority now, puts them on the top of my list as my heroes.
Well, that concludes this week's episode of Ask the Messengers. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you would like to help support our show, please feel free to make a donation of any kind by visiting our show website, www.askthemessengers.org. If you prefer to mail donations, please make check or money order payable to Ask the Messengers TV show and send it to 18400 Schaefer Highway, Detroit, Michigan 48235. Ask the Messengers is the program that deals with things that help you. Thank you for watching.